In a world bracing for shifting power, high-stakes diplomacy, and deepening conflict, today's headlines reveal the sharp edges of global change. From sweeping sanctions and secret firings in Washington, to deadly airstrikes in Yemen, rising tensions in Asia, and chilling revelations out of Ukraine. This is the sound of a world on edge. Let's get into it. The United States has issued a new warning to nations and individuals buying oil or petrochemicals from Iran. Stop now or face the consequences. In a direct post on Truth Social, President Donald Trump announced that anyone purchasing even a small amount of Iranian oil will be subject to immediate U.S. secondary sanctions. He made it clear that violators will be cut off from doing business with the United States entirely. This is part of Trump's ongoing maximum pressure campaign. Aimed at choking off Iran's oil exports revenues, Washington says fund militant groups across the Middle East. Iran denies those claims and insists its nuclear program has peaceful intentions. The announcement rattled energy markets. U.S. crude jumped nearly 2% to $59.32 per barrel, while Brent crude rose to $62.21. In the Red Sea, tensions are flaring again. The United Kingdom has now confirmed it joined the United States in a series of joint airstrikes against Houthi rebel targets in Yemen. The Houthis, an Iran-backed group, have repeatedly attacked commercial and military vessels in the region, claiming to act in solidarity with Palestinians during the Israel-Hamas conflict. Those attacks have disrupted global shipping lanes, causing maritime traffic in the region to plummet by over 50%. In response, the Trump administration launched Operation Rough Rider, vowing to eliminate the Houthis' offensive capabilities through non-stop airstrikes. The U.S. has also targeted the group's sources of income, striking oil fields and financial infrastructure. According to Houthi sources, the airstrikes have killed hundreds of civilians. The latest UK-US operation focused on drone manufacturing sites about 12 miles south of Sana'a. While the UK confirmed details of the mission, U.S. Central Command declined to comment for security reasons. In Washington, a shakeup at the National Security Council. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and his deputy, Alex Wong, have both been dismissed. Reports say the decision was part of a quiet reorganization, though it followed a controversy involving a private group chat created by Waltz. That chat leaked by The Atlantic revealed internal discussions among top Trump security officials, including plans for military action against the Houthis. Waltz admitted to starting the chat and took full responsibility, calling the episode embarrassing. Despite the scandal, Trump defended Waltz earlier this month and now says he will nominate him as the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will serve as acting national security advisor. Meanwhile, White House Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, a real estate developer and longtime Trump confidant, is reportedly in the running to fill the national security advisor post permanently. In Asia, the United States and the Philippines have launched one of their largest joint military exercises to date. Known as Balikatan, which means shoulder to shoulder, the drills involve over 14,000 troops, roughly 9,000 from the U.S. and 5,000 from the Philippines. The exercises span land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace, and include live-fire drills, amphibious assaults, and trench warfare. China is once again furious, calling the drills provocative. In response, Beijing has sent its aircraft carrier Shandong through the Luzon Strait twice in 1 week, flanked by warships. Tensions remain high between China and the Philippines over disputed territory in the South China Sea. The U.S. has reminded China that it holds a mutual defense treaty with the Philippines and would respond militarily if the country is attacked. Washington has also expanded access to military bases across the Philippines, boosting its regional presence amid growing concerns about a potential Chinese invasion of Taiwan. China is also escalating its rhetoric over the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a newly released white paper, Chinese officials claim the virus may have actually originated in the United States earlier than the outbreak in Wuhan. The paper, published by China's State Council, provides no concrete evidence but accuses the U.S. of shifting blame and evading accountability for its own handling of the pandemic. It also calls on Washington to open its early case files to international investigators. Beijing insists it has acted transparently from the beginning, though it barred World Health Organization officials from visiting for over a year after the initial outbreak. As of now, the White House has not responded to the latest claims, but the updated COVID.gov site continues to reflect the administration's belief in the lab leak theory. India is preparing to include caste data in its upcoming national census. a historic decision that could reshape affirmative action and political representation across the country. Though India abolished caste discrimination after independence, it retained quotas for historically disadvantaged groups. However, the last comprehensive caste data collection occurred in 1931, leaving policymakers with outdated figures. Currently, 27% of government jobs and university seats are reserved for other backward classes, but the total quota is capped at 50%. Supporters say updated data is critical to evaluating the fairness of current policies. Critics warn that collecting caste information could deepen social divides. The next census was originally slated for 2021 but was delayed due to the pandemic. In the U.S., conservative justices on the Supreme Court signaled openness to allowing the nation's first publicly funded religious charter school. The proposed school, St. Isidore of Seville in Oklahoma, has drawn sharp constitutional debate. Opponents argue public money cannot be used for religious instruction. Justice Sotomayor questioned the idea of funding religious leaders to teach their beliefs, citing the First Amendment's Establishment Clause. But Justices Kavanaugh and Gorsuch raised concerns about religious discrimination if the school is excluded, citing the Free Exercise Clause. The court's decision expected by June could redefine how states handle religion in publicly funded education. A tragic death has occurred in U.S. immigration custody. 44-year-old Haitian woman Marie-Ange Blaise died on April 26 while detained at the Broward Transitional Center in Florida. ICE officials say she was pronounced dead at 8:35 p.m., and the cause is under investigation. Blaise had been arrested at the airport in St. Croix in February for attempting to travel without proper documentation. ICE maintains that detainees receive full medical care, including 24-hour emergency access. But Florida Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick says Blaise had complained of chest pain before her death and was given pills, then told to lie down raising questions about whether her symptoms were taken seriously. And in Ukraine, the fate of journalist Victoria Roshina has been confirmed after months of silence. Her body, returned to Ukraine as part of a prisoner exchange in February, was found to show signs of severe torture. Ukrainian war crimes investigators reported abrasions, hemorrhages, and missing organs, including her brain and windpipe, raising suspicions that someone attempted to conceal how she died. Roshina disappeared in Russian-occupied territory in 2023 while reporting on life under occupation. She was held without trial for months, including time at the notorious Taganrog facility, and was en route to Moscow for a planned prisoner swap when she reportedly died. Russia only acknowledged her detention 9 months later. Her family was informed of her death about a month after that.
That's all for tonight's news update. Thank you for joining us. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest developments. Stay safe, stay informed, and have a good night. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.